How would you like to experience the thrill of never being held accountable for your actions? You could crush people like ants without consequence, or tear off their heads or limbs as you please. Believe me, such a life is but one small step away.
What point is he trying to make? Freedom? But the freedom to kill? To do evil and get away with it? Why would you offer me that?
The creation of a world is the ultimate scientific experiment. I have taken my research to the highest level, where I shall be not just a god, but also a servant to many sacred spirits. I shall heed the truth and perform holy deeds. A god's laboratory is the perfect playground, but it needs the right occupant to explore its full potential. Mortals are found everywhere one looks. Not so with Descenders. I'd prefer my first guest to be a distinguished individual such as yourself. And I know you could make the most of the opportunities it offers.
So the condition for entering the new world is to take innocent lives. The same dilemma that Rächer once faced. Could I really bring myself to kill others for my own benefit? Rächer did. And look where it got him.
Have you made up your mind?
I can't do it. Your playground is no place for me. You're putting your hopes in the wrong person. But we both know I'm not quite the hero you say I am either. I have my own reasons for the journey I'm on, and they aren't all selfless.
You've grown a lot since we last met, but there are still things you are unwilling to compromise on. This will only hinder you. Why don't I lower my requirements a little as a gesture of goodwill? I'll give you a little time to learn to be a less noble soul. That'll make things much easier for you.
I really doubt I could live that sort of life.
And yet you already sound less defiant than a moment ago. The benefits appeal to you because you can read the signs of the times. Why don't we return to my research facility? Your last visit was so rushed. There is much that I have yet to show you. Now to that question,
Heroes don't attack from behind. Guess I'm no hero.
This is most disappointing. Now then. A new face. Interesting.
You're still gonna call me Hack Guy after that, huh? I didn't see anyone else in there who needed saving. It's nothing. I'll be fine. Why are you looking at me like that? Is it that shocking that I'd come to your rescue? I owed you a favor back in Sumeru. Now we're even. Distracting Dottore was tough, I won't lie. He's not gonna fall for the same trick twice. That was my one shot. I'd hoped to use it to take him out. Ugh. I never wanted to obliterate someone more than I do right now. Dottore doesn't recognize me, but his segments were originally made based on an analysis of my operational principles. I expect it's only a matter of time before he figures out what I am.
So Dottore doesn't recognize Wanderer because he deleted himself from Irminsul. Did he really miss his only chance for revenge by saving me?
Why the long face? Hey, I'm not blaming you, okay? And I'm not complaining either. Rescuing you and killing Dottore are equally important goals. Everyone would be pretty stuck without you. It's best you live to fight another day.
How are you holding up? Are you all right? Hat Guy said to put safety first, so we agreed to run as far away as we could after leaving the energy field and only meet up once it was safe.
You don't look injured. It seems that Dottore didn't do anything to you.
All right. Rescue operation complete. Let's head back. There's a lot more work to be done before this is over.
Understood. I will bear the Tsaritsa's decree in mind. I don't see what's so awesome about it, though. Does he really think everyone else is as immature as him? I'm not stooping to Tartaglia's level.
I thought you might say that. How's your progress?
Quite promising, actually. That alchemist Albedo gave me a few ideas. Remember how I asked you to look up some files for me? That stuff on the Nazi-Kreuz Institute. René de Petrichor and Jakob Ingold. Alain Guillotin despised René's theories and methods, but he never managed to come up with better alternatives either. So I adopted some of René's ideas.
I thought Alain was like a father to you. He and René were mortal enemies, were they not?
And what would you say if Lenny and his friends one day learned something useful from someone you utterly detested?
I would applaud them for it. That would mean that they have surpassed me.
For all we know, Alain Guillotin might have thought the same thing. Not that it matters, though. He's dead, and I'm alive. So it's my call to make. Once you die, it doesn't matter how great you were in life. Only the living get to decide what happens next.
Hey, come on out. They're back.
Huh? You're back? And your head's still screwed on? And you still have all your limbs?
What does it look like? Way to keep your composure, madam.
Excuse you. I am perfectly composed.
Glad you're okay. Yes, it's a huge relief.
Worry? Oh, yeah, right. You think we, the Fatui, were worried about you?
We were worried sick.
Hey!
The Traveler and I were already friends. You are free to join this mission in whatever capacity you please. Much like your tea parties.
It's a laugh a minute with you guys.
I must say, I was quite surprised when Mr. Albedo told me he would need no additional aid. We discussed this on our way back as well. I am rarely so unequivocal, but in this case, we had full confidence in Hat Guy.
He said he knew what he was doing. Albedo and I pretty much had to just wait outside on standby. Meanwhile, Hat Guy broke into the energy field and rescued the Traveler solo.
You didn't have to mention that.
Well, I'm thoroughly impressed. You are a force to be reckoned with, Hat Guy.
Is she back? Is she really back? Traveler! It's really you! Oh, thank goodness! Paimon missed you so much!
You can finally breathe easy, Paimon.
It's great to have you back in one piece! Oh, Paimon's been having nightmares the whole time you were gone! Look at them. You know, once you reach my age, there's nothing better than watching a misty-eyed reunion between friends.
It's nothing. Same goes when you get to my age, too. I bet Aino and Anefa would be tearing up as well if they were here.
Varka, I'm not sure Anefa can cry.
Oh, yeah, good point. Hey, your eyes are looking a little red and puffy. Come here, let's hug it out.
What? Ew, no! No, thank you. You're not my dad, okay? Knock it off!
Everyone, I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused you. But the silver lining is, I didn't come away from this ordeal empty-handed. While I was being held captive, I learned a lot about Dottore's current capabilities and what he plans to do with them. Allow me to explain.
The three moon goddesses were even more powerful than we imagined. No wonder Dottore believes himself to be equal to the gods, maybe even superior.
Utter blasphemy.
While everyone was gone, Nefer and I made an interesting discovery, and I believe Miss Sandrone has something to share too. Ma'am, perhaps you could do the honors?
Called it. Getting rid of a pesky troublemaker like her is like trying to clean up after a crumbly cake. It always comes back to haunt you.
Our next step is to find a way to bring her back.
A place where time flows backwards, with no destination in sight. Surely it must have been created for a specific purpose. But I fear the answers are buried deep into VIII's history, held by great powers beyond our reach.
It sounds like she's on a specific path through time, just traveling in the opposite direction to us. The question is, where does that path lead? Or will it keep going to infinity?
We considered that question as well. Strictly speaking, time is not infinite.
Indeed not. Every road has an end.
Nicole! You sure loved quietly sneaking in mid-conversation.
I do, in fact. It's something I've always done at our mages' tea parties. Quiet, mysterious, and persuasive. You wonder what lies at the end of her road. Well, just as the world has a beginning and an end, so too does time. And so, the end of the road is the moment that Teyvat was born. But where Miss Columbina will end up along this road, that depends on where this particular river of reverse time began.
What about the original moons and the moon goddesses? Do they have a beginning too?
All things do. In the beginning, no moons adorned the sky. It was the Dragon King Nibelung who raised the three moons into the heavens, and thus were the moon goddesses born. They were shadows of the planet, born to wield Nibelung's authority and oversee the world on his behalf. They were extensions of his will, manifestations of his majesty. But then one day, they disappeared just as suddenly as they had once been brought into being. Nobody knew where they had gone.
Like I thought, no more paths back to reality have emerged since. But how can I be sure that I'm going the right way without scenes from reality to keep me on track? I can't even be sure of how long I've been walking for. The further I travel, the less stable this space becomes. There are even moments where I can sense something that feels like abyssal energy. They can just materialize out of thin air. I have to keep my wits about me. Is that the Rächer of Solnari? I can't believe he survived. How did he do it?
You are the moon goddess. But how? Please, there's no need. I'm not interested in fighting anymore.
I find that a little difficult to believe.
Yeah. Honestly, so do I. The way you used my own power against me was a brilliant strategy. And then, in the final moment before I was thrown into this space, I got to see an old friend.
Mr. Dainsleif.
Right. It was so long ago now. But we were friends once. And when I first got here, I was filled with hatred, remorse, and rage. How I cursed and devoured. I tore everything here apart. I was consumed by the desire to leave this place and have my vengeance. But to no avail. This is a place with no exit. This is the second time I've entered this space. Though I have no memory of the first. I was torn to shreds the moment I entered. But this time I survived. It must be partly because of this new body. And partly because of all the Kuvaki I absorbed in Nodcry.
Are you the source of the abyssal power in here?
Not all of it. Some is from when I first arrived here and tried to destroy everything. But there was already a degree of abyssal power here before I entered. And like a venomous snake baking in the merciless sun, it tried to slither into my shadow.
Tried to? So, you rejected it?
Yes. Because after that, the world suddenly became silent for a moment.
What do you mean?
The voices in my head, they were gone. And then I saw her.
Her?
Thelindis. My former lover.
Never mentioned that she saw a memory of Thelindis leaping into the moon's reflection.
More precisely, I saw her afterimage. I'm sure the real her is long gone. She was just an ordinary Conrian. She couldn't have survived here for very long. Anyway, why have you come here? Didn't you know it was a dead end?
If I hadn't escaped through the moon gate, my friends would have been in far greater danger.
Oh, I see. Because of your power. The power of a moon goddess.
What?
You'd like to know how I know, wouldn't you? The one who resurrected me said so. I could hear a deep lust for power in his voice.
Do you mean Dottore?
Dottore. So that's what he's called. He'd been collecting fragments of my body for a long time. all so that he could resurrect me at the moment of his choosing. I had no interest in his research. But being as corroded by the Abyss as I was, we were aligned as far as hunting the moons and recovering my strength were concerned.
So that's why the Wild Hunt suddenly became so active in Nodcry. When I left the Fatui in my weakened state, Dottore must have felt that his time had come.
Moon Goddess, could I ask a favor of you?
What?
I know this is a lot to ask, especially from someone who tried to kill you. If you refuse, I won't fight it. But this is the only thing I desire now. Nothing else matters.
What do you want?
I'd like you to take a message to Thelindis for me.
Thelindis? But...
Yes, she's dead. But like I said, I saw her afterimage. I can sense that some part of her soul remains here. Far, far ahead.
Why don't you go and speak to her yourself?
I can't. I don't know why, but I can't move freely in this space as you can. All I can see is a glimpse of her, walking away. Just like the moment when I last saw her in life. In return, I will clear these abyssal obstacles for you. No, not in return. I'll clear them for you, whether you want to help me or not. It feels like something I ought to do.
Why?
Yeah. Why, indeed. I've been asking myself that question a lot recently. Why did I do the things I did? I'm tired of it all. Tired of the person I became. People used me. And then I turned around and started using others. I hurt a lot of people. I think I grew tired of it long ago. But I wouldn't admit it to myself. And ultimately, that's how I ended up here.
What do you wish to tell her?
All of it. My past. My mistakes. Everything that happened after we were separated.
Is it okay if I give her the abridged version?
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty you can skip over. Just tell her the important parts. Whatever you think that means.
Like the part where you relentlessly tried to kill us?
It's up to you. Love demands honesty. But my relationship with Thelindis was built on lies. We hid too much from each other. But after living my whole life in the shadows, I don't want to hide anything anymore.
I will do my best.
There. The Abyss will no longer stand in your way.
Even though Mr. Dainsleif felt he had to fight you, I think he still regarded you as a friend.
Dane?
He said that you betrayed him, but he also felt great remorse at never having understood what you were truly going through.
Why tell me this?
Because if he'd known that someone could take a message to you, I believe that's what he would have said.
Thank you. It means a lot. I know this will sound strange coming from me, but don't die, Moon Goddess. I can tell that you're determined to get out of here.
He kept his word. The abyss is no longer obstructing my path. Is that the Lindis? She wasn't far off at all. And yet, they can never meet. Hello, Miss the Lindis.
Who are you? How do you know my name? I've never seen anyone else here before.
You can call me Columbina. I promised Rächer that I'd bring a message to you.
Rächer? My Rächer? Is he well?
He's doing better than he was.
Better than he was, huh? Sounds like he's had a pretty rough time.
Others have had a rough time on his account too. In many cases, their time ran out because of him. And I'm not just talking about the children of the Crimson Moon.
So, things got worse before they got better. Could you tell me what happened, Miss Columbina?
Are you sure you wish to know?
Yes. This is my opportunity to learn the truth. No matter how hard it is to hear, I have to know.
I admire your courage. However, time is short. I cannot stay here for long. Rächer had seeds of hatred in his heart, and many people nursed them for their own ends. On some level, everything he did was to try and find a way to see you again. But in the end, he came to regret his mistakes. He wanted to apologize for hiding his past from you. Beyond that, he did not say specifically what it was he wished to convey to you, but I'm sure that you've always been on his mind. You are what has kept him going over all these years.
I'm sorry, Miss Columbina. This is so upsetting. I'm not sure how to put my feelings into words.
It's all right. I understand. Well, that's everything from me. So, I guess I'll be...
Wait. One moment. Time flows backwards here. The road ahead only leads further and further into the past.
I know. I intend to reach the end of that road.
Without a moon marrow, without the 3 moons' power, you won't make it far. Wait, unless... Are you one of the moon goddesses?
You could say that.
I see. I often think to myself, if life is like a train ride, why haven't I reached the terminus? Where am I even going? And it's not just me, it's this whole place. Wherever it is, it seems like it's existed forever. It's such a mystery. Where is it going? I must seem so ridiculous. I can't answer these basic questions, and yet I jumped right in here without hesitating, only to be torn apart the moment I entered by powerful energy currents. Only my soul remains now. Thinking back, I was suddenly overcome with fear and terror in that moment. Perhaps I too became bewitched by the abyss. I may have been the leverage it needed to control Rächer. I used to be a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum in Conria, researching the iridescent moon's marrow. Eventually, I came to the conclusion that time in here flows in reverse. Rächer was one of the Finster King's retainers. With me, he was in an impossible position. It plagued him constantly. I wanted to help him escape his lot in life. I wanted him to be happy, so I thought I'd use this place to return to the past. At the time, I thought I could just go back to the day that the Finster King first found the prince. It was only after meeting the prince that the Finster King started going too far with his research into the abyss. That was the day all of our woes began. I thought I could stop the king from ever meeting him and solve everything.
I couldn't kill the Finster King himself, so I had to find another way to save Rächer. That's why I wanted to go back, to kill the person who had brought new possibilities to our realm.
I'm sure it was a futile endeavor, but the abyss probably enhances the basest human desires. So I naively hoped I could change everything. But I was simply too weak, like a speck of dust against the whole universe. Look at me. I didn't even survive the journey here. Not physically, at least. I know I'm never getting out of here, but you're different. You can make it, and I want to help you. I owe you that much.
How do you plan to help me?
Have you noticed the golden energy that exists here? Based on my past research and my observations since coming here, I believe they carry you forward faster. I can share what I've learned and help you understand the pattern in which this energy appears. I think you just might... Now, I know you will be able to change the past. Also, I've been speculating about where this space ends. The documentation was scanned, but from what I know of the legends about the moons, the oldest ones seem to begin with Nibelung, king of dragonkind. I have no way of verifying any of it by this point, but if it's true, you might be able to reach that era if you keep walking.
Understood. Thank you, Miss Thelindis.
I'm the one who should be thanking you. If you hadn't entered this realm of everlasting death, what use would my deductions be? Thanks to you, they have some meaning. About Rächer, I'm so sorry. For everything.
It wasn't your fault.
That's not true. Because we both feared bringing trouble upon each other, neither of us ever told the truth. And that dishonesty sealed our fates. But enough about that. I wish you a safe journey, Miss Columbina. And may the outside world never have to experience pain like this again. Rächer, you're there, aren't you? I cannot see you, because you exist in the future. I expect we'll be trapped in this prison of space-time for all eternity. But please, gaze upon the past, and then sit for a while. Let's find a place to sit down together, just like we did when we first met.
How long have I been walking? How much further till I reach the end? Is there even an end to be found? Everything's getting blurry. Huh? Are you all right, little sister? Have you come from the distant future?
So, how exactly did the moons just disappear? Shouldn't it be a little harder to get rid of major creations like moons?
The world is a vast and ancient place. On a certain scale, all life lasts for but a fleeting moment.
Miss Nicole explained that the moon goddesses likely perished in the War of Funerary Flame. The moons themselves were also destroyed at that time, save for the Frost Moon, from which a new moon goddess was later born.
Am I missing something then? 'Cause the stories say that the moon goddesses were born on the moon, but doesn't Columbina say she was born in Nodcry?
Huh, you're right!
Why do their birthplaces differ? What's the difference between the two generations of moon goddesses?
Also, remember what Sandrone said? Her scans detected 4 moons. In other words, 4 moon marrows.
Technically, the result of the scan means that 4 moon marrows were detected and positively identified as moons in that moment. In other words, this piece of information alone isn't enough for us to know how Miss Columbina is doing right now.
Yep, we have no way of staying up to date on whether she's dead or alive. She's on her own for now.
But at least she's trying her best to get back to us.
Yeah. She's a tough cookie. And a sore loser, too. We have to trust that she'll find a way. Because we really need her power. As much as it pains me to say it, we've got no chance of beating Dottore in a straight-up fight. He's much too powerful. It wouldn't even be close. That maniac is going to devour everything in his path until he reaches us. We need to find someone or something that can stop him before he does anything worse. I'll be frank. Our only hope of defeating this false god is with a real moon goddess on our side. I'm not just saying this because Columbina's a friend and I want her back safe and sound. It's just the truth. And I know that even she was no match for him when he attacked, but I don't have a better solution.
We're not giving up on saving her, whether she can defeat Dottore or not.
Right. Don't worry, Miss Sandrone. We're all aligned on saving Columbina.
No one's trying to argue that we can only justify saving our friend because it will help save the world. This is about multitasking. We want to save both.
So, she's more than just a moon goddess to you guys?
Absolutely.
Duh! She's part of the gang! And you are too, you know.
Yes, I know. You don't need to labor the point. I knew that the moment I came running over with my documents that I was part of the in-group. I mean, if Arlecchino can fit in, I certainly can. Anyway, as for how we get Columbina back, I've been working on it constantly. But I think I'm still lacking certain information about the moon. I'd probably get there if I could continue my calculations, but the problem is, I've run out of computing power.
Computing power? You mean you need more energy?
No, the issue isn't energy, it's processing power. There's so much data to get through that the whole process has just ground to a halt.
That's a tricky problem.
René de Petrichor of the Nazissenkreuz Ordo once foretold the fate of the world. But I don't know how he did it. My guess is that he used the primordial sea's power. However, that won't work for me. His methodology was vastly different from my own. What's worse, they're incompatible. And to top it all off, we can't even leave Nodcry. Ugh, this is so annoying. If I'd known we'd run into a bottleneck like this. Well, no, the design bureau's a bust as well. Curse that Dottore! Couldn't have made this harder for me if he tried.
Oh, what do we do then? How about we grab a bite to eat and take a break? Maybe something will come to mind after you've cleared your head.
You don't get it, do you? I'm trying to calculate the fate of an entire world here. And I need accurate results, not big prophecies. Where the heck am I gonna find the computing power for that? Ahem. Anyway, time to shelve the discussion on technical difficulties. Being a killjoy isn't very ladylike, after all.
Either way, we've done what we can. Rest well, everyone. Remember to let us know if anything new comes up.
Haggai? Is he hinting that we should talk outside?
Let's go somewhere a little more private. You know that Dory went back to Sumeru, right?
Yeah. She mentioned she was planning to head back.
Things aren't looking good for Nodcry. She's gone to spread the word so that Sumeru has a chance to prepare for the worst. From what I know of Dottore, there are two possible reasons why he hasn't made a move yet. One is that he's still working through some kinks in his new powers. The other is, he wants to see how we're going to react. He'll easily devour everything eventually, so I guess he's in no rush to make it happen. The first false god he made was me. Now it's his turn. Even though my records were erased from Irminsul, Dottore's ideas haven't changed one bit. He once told me that becoming a god was like turning yourself into a hungry wolf or giant serpent to devour the moon. Clearly, he began studying the moon goddess's powers long before he even tried making a god. He's always wanted to get his greedy hands on divine authority one way or another. And in the end, he devoured the moon where I failed. In the desert of Sumeru, there is a chessboard built by King Deshret, also known as Al-Ahmar. I don't know if it was a real game, or if he was just trying to challenge his servants and citizens in some way. But creating games and setting rules, gods do that as a matter of course. That's the kind of power Dottore craves. Now he has the Trilunar Authority. His power is leagues beyond the common people. I don't think there's any point in other nations rushing to the front line. They're better off focusing on defense and hoping they can fend off any threats that spill out from Nodcry. Either way, Dory will inform Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she will contact the other gods in turn. The Seven will have some recourse available. If nothing else, their protection should keep the rest of the world from descending into chaos as quickly as Nodcry has. So on the bright side, even if Nodcry is doomed, your friends in other nations won't be in any immediate peril.
That's good to know. But I'm not ready to give up on Nodcry yet.
There's a word for people who refuse to let anything go. It's called being greedy.
Maybe it sounds greedy to you, and probably naive too. But whatever you call it, that's what gives me the determination to keep fighting. Battles are fleeting, but the will to fight is a long-term commitment. Give up for even a moment, and your resolve will shatter.
Why do you always feel the need to do the right thing? No one is born to be a savior. I mean, who's gonna criticize you if you fail or give up?
Don't take this the wrong way, but Dottore said something similar to me. I guess the Fatui attracts people who don't believe in saviors.
Not necessarily. It's less about belief for me. I just want to know how determined you really are. After all, I don't owe anything to anyone else here. Only you.
You look kinda worried.
If your arch-nemesis was about to achieve their ultimate goal, I think you might feel a little worried too.
That's true. Dottore is about to become an omniscient, omnipotent deity. That's gotta be a bitter pill to swallow. Still, you're calmer than I expected.
Obviously. I have to admit that my past self was a reckless fool who misunderstood not only the point of revenge, but how to achieve it. Inasmuch as I want my vengeance, I know I'm not gonna get it by acting alone. If the world's taught me anything, it's to think before I act. Too bad it never taught me any other virtues, though. So, I am going to destroy Dottore, no matter what it takes.
So, what's your plan?
I'll get to that. First, tell me, what do you think of Sandrone?
Just like Paimon said, she's a friend, part of the gang.
How much do you trust her? This is a serious question. Think carefully before you answer.
Although she's with the Fatui, she has her own values and she's helped us a lot. If nothing else, she's clearly going the extra mile for Columbina. I see no reason not to trust her.
If you say so. In that case, the three of us need to talk. I have some thoughts about her computing problem. It can be solved, but it will come with a cost.
How much? If I can afford it, I'll cover it.
Sometimes your heroism really backs me into a corner. You know that? Come on, let's go talk to her.
Miss Androne, Traveler.
Hey there.
Paimon's here too! She was just helping them sort through their things. How did your chat go?
That was fast. The call only just ended.
Well, you said it was urgent, so we got here as quickly as we could.
Albedo, I have some alchemy questions for you.
I see. Looks like my knowledge proved useful after all. If I might ask, what is the end goal for the modified formula you'll be using?
I needed to predict the future of the entire world. But I've run into some teething issues since trying to implement Renee's theory of the 4 Orthants.
I see. I'll have a look at it. Still, computing power is the real issue here. How do you plan to solve it?
About that, it's been sorted.
Oh, with the Traveler's help?
Actually, you're not wrong. She found the person with the solution.
Was it Hat Guy?
Yeah, it was him.
Wow! Go Hat Guy! Seems like all that time studying at the academia is paying off big time.
But where is he? Wasn't he the one who asked Albedo and I to come here?
Come with me.
Hat Guy? What's happened to him?
Hat Guy! Can you hear us? No response. I guess he's in hibernation.
Hat Guy mentioned that he was a puppet. It seems that his functions are currently shut down. I presume this has something to do with the solution to your computing problem.
That's right. He and the Traveler came to see me. Wait, what? You have a solution?
Would you calm down? Why do you always react so hysterically to everything?
Excuse Excuse me? How would you know? You shouldn't be so quick to judge complete strangers. It's very bad manners.
Oh, please. It doesn't take that long to figure out that you have a temper.
Where does a mere student get that kind of confidence?
I've actually published more papers than you. Not that status counts for much. Even Paimon's applied for academia admission.
Huh? Are you serious?
See? This is why I can't be bothered to explain myself. She recognizes no one's skills but her own.
Okay, fine. I'll hear you out. So, tell me, how do you propose to solve my computing power problem?
This world itself is constantly processing all kinds of information. If it's the world's future you're trying to calculate, you need a processing device that's designed to cope with that volume.
Easier said than done. Only Irminsul can handle that kind of... Wait, is that what you're suggesting? But surely we can't just plug my formula directly into the ley lines.
You should be able to tell that I'm not human, right?
Yeah, I noticed. The technology, though, seems pretty ancient. Very different from Fontaine's. It's a completely different system.
Conrian, to be precise. I'm what they would have called a puppet. Puppets need an energy source and processing power. The artisans who built them sought out the materials most suited for that purpose.
You? Do you mean...
The Traveler and I have talked it over. She's willing to vouch for you. So, I'll allow you to borrow my core for your calculations. It was built using wood from a silver-white tree, which makes it a small part of Irminsul.
Conrian technology and Irminsul wood. Who in the world could have built you? Are you sure about this? A puppet without its core will cease functioning completely. And if it's left in that state for too long, it might not recover. You could die if you do this. You do realize that, don't you?
I can put two and two together, yes. No need to rub it in.
I won't lie to you. This has never been done before. I cannot guarantee your safety.
Doesn't matter. I'm prepared for the worst.
Did you two actually talk this through? Is he... Are we really considering this?
Yes, we discussed it. The bottom line is, he trusts me and I trust you. Let's give it a shot, shall we?
Honestly, I have no clue where this kid even came from. But for whatever reason, he lent me his core to use in my formula. I'm very close to finishing my calculations now, and the core is currently in use. So I'm sorry, but I can only show you a sketch right now. This is what the core looks like.
A silver-white branch. It certainly matches the legends told about Irminsul.
Is Hat Guy gonna be okay?
He's not gonna die, right? Right?
In theory, he should be fine. As long as we put his core back in time. Beyond that, all I can say is that I'll try my best to avoid risk and make sure the core doesn't sustain any damage.
I think I know why you called us here now. Someone needs to watch over his body and make sure it's protected until the process completes.
Correct. He said that the only ones he trusts here are you two, and the Traveler. And the Traveler will have other work to do.
He will have our undivided attention.
Aww, guy.
On a more positive note, things are progressing steadily on my end. I'll call everyone in for a meeting once the results are out.
The worst case scenario with the core removal is either a system reset or a total loss of function. But I'm not afraid. A quiet death should have been my fate long ago. A core is completely different from a heart. It's like another vital organ entirely. I never believed it could be a true replacement for what I sought. But in the end, it turns out the core was more useful to me. Pretty funny when you think about it. It's like the punchline of my entire life. Do you think there's any difference between a puppet and a human? If not, then this would just be another samsara. I have already experienced both a past life and a next life. Part of me wonders whether I'm only capable of making this decision because I've become a real human. What's with that expression? Isn't this a good thing?
Sandrone will succeed, won't she? She has to.
She will. We all have to persevere until this is over.
That's right. And I'll protect you all until a moment of victory arrives.
Who are you? Call me Sonnet. You have the same power as Canon. Sonnet. So, you're the goddess of the iridescent moon? Oh, goodness! You recognize me? Well then, what's your name? Columbina. Columbina Hyposelenia. Hyposelenia? What a lovely name. Did you choose it yourself? It was a joint effort between me and my friends. Friends? You mean your friends in the heavens? Huh? Oh, sorry. You must be exhausted. I apologize. Hang in there. Let me introduce you to my older sisters. Do you mean the other two moon goddesses? Arya and Canon? Wow, you sure know a lot. Hey, does that mean that our story goes on into the future? Oh, I guess that wasn't the best question to ask. It's all right. We were prepared for that possibility. You could say we were too prepared. I can't even remember how long my sisters and I have been here by this point.
When did you get here? How long has it been?
I can't say for sure, but it feels like it's been forever.
I see. Are you feeling all right? You look a little unwell.
I can hold out a while longer.
We don't have far to go. The place where my sisters and I are based is just up ahead. Don't worry, they're both really nice. I'll introduce you. Sisters! I'm back! And look who I've brought with me! It's our lovely little sister, born in the far future.
The pleasure is all mine.
Allow me to introduce you to Columbina Hyposelenia. This is Arya, the goddess of the eternal moon. And this is Canon, goddess of the frost moon. Canon, don't you think Hyposelenia's power is similar to yours?
Hello, Columbina. I apologize for our startled reaction just now. And please, forgive our little sister if she's been annoying you. She tends to talk a lot.
It's fine.
You seem shy. Don't worry, Columbina Hyposelenia. No one can hurt you here.
Could you tell me where here is? Please. I must know.
My dear sister, this is where Tevat's original ruler, the Dragon King Nibelung, imprisoned the moon goddesses.
What? You're scaring her, Canon.
No, I'm fine. Please, continue.
Nibelung, our original master, created us in the distant past to maintain Tevat.
But he left this world and traveled into the dark universe beyond, to explore worlds vaster still.
Day and night, we fulfilled our duty in the heavens, until the day that the first Descender arrived.
The great ruler of the firmament.
The heavenly principles.
Is that what later generations call them? I see. But we did not reject them at first, nor did they seem to harbor ill intent towards this world. We coexisted in peace. They were like a guest in our home.
Slowly, however, we came to realize that our guest had a growing desire to change and dominate the world.
And you didn't stop it?
No. There was an order to the rules they set up that Nibelung never taught us. We wanted to know if this order would bode good or ill for Tevat. All right. Canon and I wanted to know. Sonnet was against it from the outset.
Later, we discovered that this great ruler of the firmament bore an almost paranoid hostility toward the desire of certain life forms to seek power. Or perhaps they feared them. They would even cast down celestial nails as manifestations of their power, to punish the civilizations of the world below.
Only this was far beyond mere punishment.
Right. Their rules brought order, but the price people paid for merely testing the limits of those rules was far too great. I did everything in my power to help the punished escape catastrophe, but still, too many lives were lost.
The ancestors of the Frost Moon Scions were some of the ones you helped.
But just when we had decided to take countermeasures, the Dragon King, Nibelung, returned.
And so began the War of Funerary Flame.
So, that's the name the world gave that war in the future.
Well, who won in the end?
As far as I know, the Heavenly Principles won, although it came at a great cost. They remained in Teyvat, where they continue to rule to this day. And the world's original master, the Dragon King Nibelung, was destroyed.
And what of the moons? Are there still 3 moons in Teyvat's skies?
You can tell us the truth, Columbina. We know we are but remnants of a bygone age. We are prepared for the answer.
Only the Frost Moon remains. But it has been cast beyond the false firmament by the Heavenly Principles. The eternal and iridescent moons were both shattered during the war.
So death finally came for us in the end.
Sonnet.
But you're still here, aren't you?
A moon goddess cannot live without her moon, Columbina.
She's right. That's why I began to disappear. Because the Frost Moon is cut off by the false sky. How much worse it would have been if it were outright destroyed.
Our souls may endure within this lunar palace, but if our moons are destroyed,
then we shall disappear the moment we depart from it.
I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize to us, dear sister. If anything, we owe the world an apology. If only we'd decided to act sooner, rather than arguing amongst ourselves.
all the more reason not to spend this time in regret and repentance. Instead, we should focus our efforts on how we might help our future sister.
Sorry?
Don't you see, Columbina, your story is not yet over. Is that not why you are here?
It's done. Initiate numerological array. Continue running primary process. Calculate the world's fate through extrapolation. And identify nodes of potential change. Secondary process, scan for moons. Still 4. The number of moon marrows hasn't changed. Wait, let me think. Is it possible that there's something I've been misunderstanding about the moons all along? Variables. Variables in the world. I know where potential variables within the world come from. So what about the moons? Are there any variables there? Like their life or death, for instance. What if being alive or dead makes no difference to a moon? But that's so strange. Even immortal gods can die. Why would the moons alone be? Wait! I've got it! If alive or dead is considered a variable, we might have had this wrong the whole time. No one ever said that a moon marrow equals a living moon. We just made that assumption ourselves. Initiate secondary process. Scan again. This time filtering out interfering perimeter, moon marrow. I don't care if they're natural or artificial. Get them out of my search results! Why? It says 3 moons still exist in Teyvat, even after excluding the moon marrows. But we know for a fact that 2 of them are dead. Redo the scan. Narrow the results to living moons and real moons. No, scrap that. Narrow it down to moons that have lunar authority and remain alive. Why? Why is it still 3? What is this, Columbina? Has the world lied to us? Or are you the one pulling the wool over our eyes?
So, you think that the moon's reflection might be where Nibelung imprisoned the 3 Moon Sisters?
Yes, it would explain a lot, such as why that space would respond to a moon goddess's power, opening the moon gate at her command. It would also explain why Miss Columbina has been unable to leave, and why time flows in reverse there.
In the messages she sent, Columbina promised us she'd find a way to return, but we have no way of knowing how, when, or where this might happen.
The fact that she still has yet to reappear in this world indicates that returning from that place is no easy feat. We cannot afford to simply wait for her.
So you're saying, if she could return by her own power alone, she would have done so long ago?
Yes, she certainly wouldn't leave it to this late stage when it's so touch and go. I've been giving this some thought, and I've come to believe that Luana's harm might be an anchor that she left behind, as a sort of future waypoint. This could also explain why Luana's heart is always by the traveler's side.
Sounds like a plausible theory. If that's the case, there must be some criteria we need to fulfill to allow Columbina to return to the present. The question is, what could they be?
Hello? Listen up! This is extremely important! Not only is Columbina alive, but she may well exist in a form unimaginable to us. I'm still unclear on the details, but she's done something truly inconceivable in the past. And the clue to what she's done lies in the moon and Tevat's sky.
Truly amazing. Oh, I'm so delighted for her.
I'm sure we all feel the same. And I'm sure Columbina is ready to get back here and fight by our side.
I'll keep my calculations going and try to find some way of coordinating with her. But that's not an excuse for everyone else to slack off, okay? All of you had better keep trying to think of solutions.
How can the dead moon still live? And Luanatar...
It's hard to believe that's what will happen in the distant future.
Our authority is linked to the most fundamental rules of Tevat. I suppose it's no wonder that many would covet that power.
I didn't realize that when you said friends, you meant people who live down in Tevat. That's so lovely. I always wanted to go down there and have some fun.
Have you ever tried leaving this prison?
Of course. Between us, we've tried everything. But no matter where we go, this space will eventually bring us back here.
It's like the center of a whirlpool. Everything ultimately converges here, at the moment when Nibelung imprisoned us.
In that case, have you tried using any of those pathways that connect this space to the real world?
Sorry? What are those?
They're passages through which you can make small-scale changes to reality by using Kuvaki. Or am I the only one who can use those passages? Because part of my soul remains in reality.
Kuvaki. What is that?
You don't know? It's a unique kind of elemental energy found only in Nodkrai, the land from which the moons arose.
Oh. Well, it's true that the moons first rose up from the part of Tevat you say is called Nodkrai. But there is no difference in the elemental energy between there and anywhere else.
What?
Could you show us some of this Kuvaki hyposelenia? Maybe if we see it, it'll make more sense.
Okay.
Isn't that just your power?
What? But it's everywhere in Nodcry. In the air, in the land. Even the creatures who live there have adapted to its influence.
How curious. This Kuvaki certainly did not exist anywhere in the world before we were imprisoned.
Let alone influence living creatures. So, how exactly does it affect them anyway? Can they float in the air like us?
This is so strange. Why would their reality differ so much from mine?
Columbina, you're looking for more than just a way out of here, aren't you?
Yes. If I am to help my friends, I will need tri-lunar authority on par with that of our foe.
You mean... you'll need our power?
This sounds extremely risky. The Three Moons' powers are not mutually compatible. Concentrating them into one goddess will be a very painful process. And if anything goes wrong, it could tear you to pieces.
I know. But I'm willing to take that risk.
Even so, let's say we successfully transfer our authority to you. How will you take it outside this prison? Nibelung constructed this realm specifically to prevent us from using our powers to interfere in his war. No moon goddess can leave this place alive.
What if I don't leave alive?
Where do we even start? How are we supposed to figure out what we're meant to do to help Columbina?
Columbina, what do you need from us?
If she really got to the beginning of time in there, how do you think she'd leave us a message? You don't think she'd write it down on a stone tablet somewhere in the hopes that we'd find it, do you?
Seems unlikely. Columbina may not talk a lot, but she thinks deeply about issues like this.
Let's review what we know. This is the Columbina who fought alongside us against the Rächer of Solnari, and with whom we celebrated Moon Prayer Night. She knows our personalities, our ways of doing things, even our unique strengths and abilities. So, if she wanted to tell us something from a long, long time ago, what would she do? Oh. Traveler, you once said that those golden ripples also appeared when Luanatar was born. What if Columbina left Luanatar here, not just as an anchor to the real world, but for some other purpose? If she is part of Columbina, and Columbina knows that I can see past events through her...
Oh yeah! Like when you peeked into Rarer's past through his heart!
Nefer, wait! If you're right about this, and you can really see past events through Luanatar, your eyes... they'll...
Oh, I know. Looking at Rarier's past in Conria was already enough of a strain on my eyes. Looking this far back into the past, it'll surely blind me. But it's our only chance. This is the only way.
Boss.
We spoke about this once, a long time ago. Do you remember what I said, Yehoda? The day I lose my sight, the Curatorium of Secrets will be yours to run.
But...
What's wrong? I'd be overjoyed if I were you. This day's come a lot earlier than either of us expected. I need to know you'll honor our agreement, Yehuda. Promise me.
Yes, Bossnef. I promise.
Are you sure you don't want some time to think this through?
What is there to think through? I should have gone blind after our battle with Rächer. Frankly, it's almost criminal that I got away with it for this long.
Then at least let me take some precautions on your behalf. And if you really do lose your sight, I'll visit your office every day and make sure you're well looked after.
Oh, please, anything but that. I was actually ready to go through with this. Are you trying to scare me into backing out?
As if I could ever scare you. I'll assume you're just joking to calm your nerves.
All right, enough chit-chat. Let's do this.
All done.
Good. Now give me some space. Come on then, little one. Show me what happened in the past.
Between the Trilunar Authority, Kuvaki, and the soul-surviving moon, the Frost Moon, I think I might know how to get back. But I will need my sister's help. Time to go talk it over with them.
Have you decided what to do? I hope it's not too dangerous. You really scared me when you said that thing about not leaving here alive. Come on, let's go find the other two.
Seems you have reached a decision. I'm all ears. What do you propose?
Have you figured it out, Columbina? Tell us. How do you plan to leave this place?
I intend to die here, in this moment, and then be reborn in the future with the help of my friends.
What? What are you saying? How can the dead be reborn? And how will you inform these future friends of your plans? You can't exactly leave oracles. Nothing can escape this place. Not a single ray of moonlight. And even if you found a way, what if they never find the message you left for them? You'll
No, that won't happen.
Come again?
They will find my message. I'm sure of it.
I'm not following. How exactly will you achieve this?
It's quite simple, really. First, I will leave my soul here.
I see it.
Your soul? You mean your divinity?
Yes. I once left a portion of my soul in the future. One so small that this prison barely noticed anything. In this very moment, she can resonate with my soul across time. When the time comes, I believe that she can serve as an anchor to pull my soul from here back to the future reality.
Just as gravity connects the world to the moon.
Exactly. In the future, where I came from, the moon has been cast beyond the false sky, but I can still feel that it is there. In a similar way, I can feel a connection to the soul fragment I left behind even now. My friends can use it to detect my presence.
But how do you just leave your soul here? Is that even possible?
On my way here, I met an ordinary mortal who entered this place long before I did. Her body is long gone, but her soul remains. And before that, I encountered an old enemy whose entire soul survives here intact, while the power that once corrupted his body has faded away.
So, perhaps this space is specifically designed to imprison divinity and authority, but not the physical body.
Still, even if your body can escape, would it not just be a lifeless husk without the soul inside? Wait, is that what you meant when you said you wouldn't leave alive?
Yes. I shall turn my body into Moonlight and pour it over Nodcry. That power shall protect the land and quietly blend into it, awaiting my soul's return in the future. However, I cannot do this on my strength alone. I would need your help to do this, so I'm humbly asking for your assistance.
Oh, dear sister, you need not be so formal. As I said before, we are but remnants of a bygone age. You, on the other hand, were born alone in that distant future, and you have walked a long and lonesome road since then. How could I bear to let your story end here in this dungeon? Don't forget, we are your sisters, your family.
Arya's right. Actually, I've always wanted a little sister. Can you imagine how it's been for me? Getting nagged by two older sisters all the time. Now, I finally get to be the big sis. And not just that, but I get to help you return to your world, too. How could I say no to that?
Sonnet.
Canon?
I'm sorry. I know this is a bold request. The Frost Moon is rightfully yours, and it remains intact.
Oh, no, please, don't misunderstand me, Columbina. I was just thinking back on the years that the three of us once spent together. You cannot imagine how happy I am to hear of the future world you describe. The Frost Moon Scions, your lovely, kindly friends. For the three of us, whose purpose in life was to maintain the peace in Teyvat. It is a great relief to know that the people of this world live in such an abundant future. If your plan can save them and save Nodcry, I will gladly give you all that I can. Besides, the three of us have been together since the day we were born. I could never abandon them to live on alone without them. Still, I do have one question I would like to ask you before we proceed.
Certainly. What is it?
Why do you cover your eyes?
Yeah, I was curious about that too. But it seemed personal, so I didn't want to intrude.
There was a time when I refused to look upon the world. I believed it was full of nothing but lies and falsehoods. I wished to hide my feelings, seal my heart, until I could return to my true home.
I see. Perhaps that decision saved you from ever having to see the false sky again. But at the same time, you likely missed out on many true and precious things, like the smiles on your friends' faces. Promise me this, Columbina. When you return to the future, open your eyes, take a look at the world around you, and see your friends. I'm sure that you know this already, given that you long to return, but that is your true home. Give me your hand, Columbina. Aria, Sonnet, you too.
Okay.
All right.
We once were the songs sung for eternity, but now it is you who must continue to sing.
We once were the tides in the great river of time, but now we subside, and you arise.
We were the messengers of madness and inspiration. But now, the lies have faded, and your truth must endure.
We are souls awaiting the sun. You must return to be with those who smile when they see your face.
Is it done?
Yes. We have transferred the authority over all 3 moons to Columbina Hyposelenia. From this moment on, she is the Tri-Lune Goddess, the one and only moon goddess of this world.
Thank you. Thank you, my sisters.
Now go, and do what you believe is right, Columbina Hyposelenia.
Be aware that we cannot grant you the power of the 3 moons beyond these prison walls. The conflict that arose over their remains following our disappearance will still take place.
I understand.
Sisters, oh, my body. It feels...
Now that we have given up our power and authority, our bodies are merely mortal shells. This prison is dissolving them as we speak.
It's okay, Sonnet. The end must come for every god, just as it does for every human. That's all this is. The final destination of our lives. Canon and I will be by your side the whole way.
We have one final request, Columbina. Could you use the 3 moons' power to send us back into the real world? Now that we have lost our powers, I doubt this space will seek to hold us further. It's just We would like to spend our final moments together in the only place we ever called home.
Of course. Gladly. Sonnet.
Yes.
Don't... I wish I could tell her not to give in to the abyss. Not to be afraid. But is this really what I should say at this moment? Don't forget. I'm so glad to have a big sister like you.
No, Hypo. Thank you. I'm okay. I'm not afraid. As long as my sisters are with me, I won't be afraid.
It looks like this is goodbye, sisters.
Goodbye, Columbina.
Take care of this world in our stead.
I will. And now, it's time for me to bid farewell to my body, too. May it become the moonlight that keeps Nodcry company through the long years ahead. So this is why Nodcry was not always home to Kuvaki. It only appeared after I poured my body out upon this land, and only this land. Kuvaki responds to me because it is me, my body, answering the call of my soul. And the golden energy I've encountered on my way here was, in fact, that very soul, which I am about to leave here to guide me. O power Trilune, eternal moonlight. I, Columbina Hyposolenia, lay aside my body. Let it be cast into the dark night to illuminate the future. May it be a companion to all who dwell beneath the moon. Until the time comes for me to return home. That was crazy! Were we even allowed to see that? Is anyone? Oh, can you still see? How many fingers am I holding up?
I see 2 fingers, and a look of sheer terror on your face.
Truly astounding, Miss Nefer. Your eyes have glimpsed the very ends of the world, and yet they remain as sharp as ever. Or is the credit for this miracle due to Miss Lauma? It seems that even time itself is no match for your medical skills.
Surely you jest, Mr. Flins. I suspect we have Columbina to thank. She must have realized the immense toll that the ritual would take and purposely set aside some of her power in the past to protect Nefer's eyes when this moment arrived. There is always a great price to pay for witnessing the truth, But it seems that this time, Columbina has shouldered that burden on our behalf.
She chose the perfect method of getting a message to us. Though her eyes were always shut, she was clearly so perceptive. She knows us well. She knew exactly how we would think and what we would try. Despite being separated by time and space, we're seeing the same possibilities and seizing the same opportunities.
We still don't even know if she's okay right now. But as long as there's a chance we can do something, we'll fight to make it happen.
We'll get you back somehow, Columbina.
Well, based on the information we now have, let's figure out our next moves.
Thanks to these gentlemen, we have a much clearer picture of the situation with Dottore. The civilian population has been moved to safety, so we no longer need to hold back.
Miss Androne, how are the calculations going?
So far, so good. I'll keep seeing how far I can push the system, though. Can't have Hat Man being powered down for nothing.
There's still a long road ahead. Where should we begin?
Our plan is clear. Time is short, so let's get moving.
There's just never enough time, is there? Time is the bane of my existence. Ugh. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to work.
All right, we'll do our part too.
Yeah.
Albedo's theory says that elemental energy can dilute the light realm's power, but I'm no expert in building elemental defenses. Sounds like something out of the advanced elemental theory section of the library. Whew.
You seem quite troubled.
Well, yeah. I mean, who doesn't get a little flustered when they're completely out of their depth?
You were the very picture of confidence back when you approached the Hexen Circle.
Yeah, I could have been faking it through that whole meeting for all you know. Who's to say I'm not just a ball of nerves in a charming and gregarious package?
Oh gosh, really? I'm so sorry, I had no idea. Well, you're all the braver for it.
Still, I was much more in my comfort zone than I am here. At least in Mondstadt, you can cry for help from a cliff top and actually stand a chance of summoning Barbados himself. Things have never looked bleaker than they do now. If we don't pull this off, Tevat's doomed, isn't it?
Oh, you think so? Actually, yes. Yes, it probably is.
It's a shame.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Tevat has faced annihilation many times in the past, but it also gave us you, didn't it?
Hey, don't give me that. It's not like I'm anyone special.
I disagree. Every human born in this world is special. We angels have always believed that.
In that case, this humble human being has a big favor to ask of you.
I thought you might say that.
I'm sure Alice, in her great wisdom, sent you here precisely to help us in this difficult time, yes?
Well, that has less to do with her wisdom and more to do with my power.
Of course, of course. Well, the thing is, these elemental defenses we're about to build, I don't think it's a question of if they'll fail, but when. Durin's findings from his patrols make it clear that Dottore is constantly expanding his territory. First it was his lab, then the design bureau, and now this. It's not realistic to completely stop him encroaching on the rest of Nagkrai. Rather, our goal should be to stall him for as long as possible. If Miss Sandroni's calculations are correct, well, they're the closest thing to certainty we have in this situation, so let's assume they are. Anyway, her calculations suggest that our best hope for victory lies in Miss Columbina's return. It's up to us to slow Dottore's advance and buy time for her to make a return.
Are you asking me to help you with building the defenses?
No. I'd like you to prepare for what comes next. When he eventually reaches us, we will have to fight him. You were an angel once and a mage now. I'm asking you to lend us your protection.
Oh. Can I take it that you're triggering the terms you fought for during our three-way talks?
Well, technically those terms were about protecting Mondstadt. But if you're happy to agree to the change in location, then yes, let's do that.
You're cashing in on this much sooner than I'd imagined.
Well, yeah. The way things are going, I might not get another chance.
Very well. The mages have heard the knight's plea, and we will respond. To tell the truth, Alice and I had already discussed how we might help you all, so I didn't come empty-handed. I always like to be prepared.
This is... wow. Yeah. This is great. Seriously, thank you.
It's been many long years since I had a chance to dazzle humanity with a little divine intervention. To humbly serve as a reliable and responsible guide. Anyway, Knight of Boreas, please accept this gift in recognition of your great virtue. Go now. May the angel's blessing deliver you safely to your destination.
You're here. Sandroni! How are things going? Glad you asked. You two are about to become the first people to lay eyes upon my masterpiece. Or should that be the first person and the first, specter? Hey! Whatever. Come, feast your eyes on this. Wow! We've never seen something like this before! This meter displays the progress of my formula. Currently, it's still making the most important connections. Once it's finished running, I'll deliver it right to your side. And then, we can finally bring Columbina back.
What do you mean, deliver it? Can't you just tell us over the Dodo communication device? It'll just be some numbers, right?
Ugh, you're such a greenhorn. This isn't the kind of formula you solve in math class. It's a highly complex algorithm capable of constructing a framework of rules. Ugh, whatever. We'll be here all day if I start trying to explain it. All you need to know is the formula must be completed before we can bring Columbina back. I'll share the data with you. Nicole's agreed to let me use her information channel, so we just need to use the Dodo communication device like so. And there. Now you can check in on my progress.
Wow! Look at that! You're amazing, Sandroni.
About time you recognized my genius. Took you long enough. Anyway, that's all from me. You should check on the others if you have time. Make sure we don't have any weak links in the chain. That might sound harsh to you, but close supervision is a common practice in the Fatui. Not looking to catch anyone out. I just care about everything going smoothly. That's all. I'm kinda stuck here while the formula's running, so I need you to be my second pair of eyes in the meantime.
Let's ride!
Yes, Miss Moonchanter? What are you staring at?
You always address me in the strangest ways. Lady Moonchanter one minute, Miss Moonchanter the next.
Yes, and? Are either of those incorrect?
Not as such. It's just that I simply call you Nefer nowadays.
Uh-huh. That's my name. What's your point?
The point is I don't add any honorifics or titles.
Meaning what?
That maybe we're on friendlier terms now than we used to be.
Is that how you see it? Then I thought I was the one with eye damage.
Never! Wilma!
Paimon, traveler.
Just swinging by to check in on you. How are things going? Did you manage to get some rest?
Don't worry about me. I won't slow us down.
And I give my all to ensure our victory. Ah, yes. Allow me to give you two a quick checkup. All done. You're both in good shape.
You're welcome. You'll have your work cut out for you in this battle against Dottore, so make sure to get some rest in first.
Paimon will keep an eye on her. Don't you worry.
I'm glad to hear it. Take good care of yourself, too, Paimon.
Sure thing.
Don't worry about me. I won't slow us down.
And I give my all to ensure our victory.
Thankfully, Miss Nicole has come to our aid. Nasha Town is now looking very well defended.
Golden Flame. Yes, that's Nicole's power, all right. Based on the latest message from Grandmaster Varka, it sounds like they've reached an agreement. The situation should be more stable with her assistance. Everyone will have at least some degree of protection.
Albedo! Durin!
Hello there, you two.
Are you well rested?
That's good to hear. As per the plan, Albedo and I will be in charge of Nasha Town. As Dottore's energy field expands, it's creeping ever closer in that direction. But we will do our best to hold our position.
We fought side by side many times before, and always with great success. I believe this time will be no different. So don't worry about us. Focus on fighting Dottore.
As Dottore's energy field expands, it's creeping ever closer in that direction. But we will do our best to hold our position.
We fought side by side many times before, and always with great success. I believe this time will be no different. So don't worry about us. Focus on fighting Dottore.
Traveler, Paimon, a pleasure to see you both.
Flans! How's everything coming along?
Fairly well, if I do say so myself. Personally, I am ready to confront Dottore head-on.
Ooh, you sound much more serious than usual.
To be honest, I am not usually fond of exercising my full strength. For one thing, it's hardly conducive to maintaining a low profile. Besides, I believe one should have the right to choose when to show their hand. I am conserving my strength until the moment of battle is upon us. Anything to boost our chances of victory.
Seeing you get into the zone like this really puts Paimon at ease. Huh, Traveler?
I consider it an honor to have your trust. Rest well. I look forward to seeing you both in your element during the battle.
Here they come. That's quite a horde.
As we expected.
Get ready, everyone!
Take your positions and prepare to engage.
Let's begin.
I'm at the ready.
Beware the creatures of the night. Close your eyes. Be silent. Observe. Be silent.
Another one? Fine. Got a present with your name on it!
Observe. Do you fear them?
It's your skull!
You poor lost lamb. It all adds up.
Couldn't!
These creatures cannot stand against us.
Oh, fighting talk. Just don't let your guard down.
That goes without saying. I'm hardly the risk taker in this group.
Excuse me?
Can't hide the truth. No more lies. It all falls into place.
With one heart, we pray.
It all falls into...
Moments of birth. Decay! New life! That was easier than I thought.
Naturally.
What do you mean? Is it because as created beings,
Bombs away!
There's nowhere to hide!
Forest, protect us for the everlasting forest.
Seek within. Can't hide the truth. No more lies.
People have always used fire to drive away wild beasts.
Wouldn't a lantern work just as well?
You read my mind, my dear friend. I was just about to say that.
All right then, dear friend. Bring the light!
Close your eyes. To dust. I'm rather out of sorts.
It all adds up.
Lush as the moonlight. With one heart, we pray.
Water jet!
Can't hide the truth. No more lies. The deception ends here.
Be silent. Do you fear them?
You're looking well. I trust you've had a good couple of days.
Dottore.
It's actually a good thing, in my view. If the subjects of my experiment were to die prematurely, it would throw quite a wrench in the works. And so, I must thank you all for your resilience. We are no longer on the same level, but you are nonetheless worthy of my respect. A creator god should be merciful and gracious after all. And in any case, it is only right that before I end your lives, the world is informed of the arrival of their new god. The experiment begins. With the marrow of the 3 moons in my hand, behold the false moons fall! Such a simple attack, but you're already struggling.
Forest, protect us.
Be silent. Entropy.
It all adds up.
To me.
Can't hide the truth. The deception ends here.
I thought you'd done good. Keep it up. I'm still
For the
collecting
everlasting.
Close your eyes.
Pathetic.
The long sleep beckons. I'm rather out of sorts.
No more lies. It all falls to the
Like an
truth.
ant in my palm.
Oh. I've been moved inside another space. And it's sealed off. Looking at the structure of it, it seems like Dottore intends to trap us here. There's no exit. Our endurance is about to be put to the test.
No more lies.
How dumb.
Can't hide the truth. Time to come clean.
With one heart, we pray.
No more lies. Seek within. Can't hide the truth. I better wrap this up.
Reverse.
Forest, protect.
It all falls into place.
Good. Keep it up. I'm still collecting with the marrow of the 3 moons in my hand. Behold the false moons fall! Stalling for
You
time.
poor lost lamb.
How
For the
inefficient.
everlasting.
Tell me, where will you try scurrying off to next?
Looks like Dottore has opted for a divide and conquer strategy. But we will not allow him to triumph. Now, I shall pray for our victory.
Entropy bends to me.
Water jet!
No more lies. The deception ends here.
That's more like it. Some results have found you. You cannot face me.
It all adds up. Shameless.
Locked on.
No more lies. Can't hide the truth.
How dull.
Water jet!
It all adds up.
Bends to me.
Seek within. Time to come clean.
Keep it up. I'm still collecting.
No more lies.
Be annihilated. That which cannot stand against me. Did all the long...
What's this supposed to be? A knockoff version of the space Columbina got trapped in? There really is no way out. We'll see about that, Dottore.
My apologies. I had not intended to take your teammates from you. But you have a choice in the matter. Obey, and I can release them. An excellent deal, if you ask me. Won't you consider it? I expected this experiment to last longer. Be shackled!
Go!
Found! I'm aware you've been working on some little tricks to surprise me with, but it appears that none of them have come to fruition. My guess would be that you're trying to bring Columbina back. But then, where is Sandrone? Or are you trying to buy time for her? I always found their friendship to be a curious phenomenon. Two highly incongruent personalities, and yet they share a deep connection. Speaking of Columbina, I once saw her as like a younger sister. We got along quite amicably while she was with the VIII. But then one day she suddenly decided she would refuse to take part in any further experiments. To this day, I truly don't understand what I could have done to upset her so much. It's such a pity. I could have had a sister, a family. But alas, she grew to dislike me.
You're not fit to be family to her.
That I can't deny. So many people, all obsessed with playing out the same tired old dramas. This world is rotten to the core. And then there's you. You had every opportunity to reach the right conclusion. The thought of killing you off like this? But I maintain that I approached you in good faith, so I will offer you another chance. Will you work with me? You have until I count to 10 to make your choice. 1, 2, 3...
Not in a million years.
Huh? What a pleasant surprise. I didn't think you'd join us all the way up here.
You're as sick and twisted as ever. Don't fool yourself into thinking anyone's grateful for the chances you're offering them.
Sandrone, the formula hasn't finished running yet.
Funnily enough, I was just discussing a collaboration opportunity with the Traveler, and then I see you, who I must say is a good example of an opportunity gone to waste.
Gone to waste?
I said that everyone would get one chance, and you've used yours to march right back into the lion's den. So yes, it's an utterly wasted opportunity.
And what makes you think I believe a word that comes out of your mouth?
I was planning on disposing of your little formula after wrapping up more urgent business here. But since you've taken the trouble of serving it to me on a silver platter, I can simply bring it forward in the schedule. Is this your life's work? This piece of trash? Your formula runs too slowly, Sandrone. You put your hope for success on others instead of fighting dirty. That is why you have failed. Now, whom should I slay first? Any volunteers? No one? How nice of you to leave the decision to me. Oh, how unexpected. Sandrone, any last words for me, comrade?
Is there anything you wish for?
Not really. But I've always known what I don't want. Go to hell, Dottore.
And now, you have failed. Now you see how fragile mechanical contraptions are. Just a gentle tap, and they fall to pieces. However keen of an inventor Sandrone may have been, her death spells the end of the formula that was running inside her body. Of course, I have to commend her for making it this far. As her colleague, I have to admire her stubborn tenacity. Now, it is time for you to take your place by my side. My count was interrupted, but the second chance I extended to you still stands. Once again, you are welcome to join me. By now, I'm sure you have gained a greater appreciation for the power and authority I wield. What is stopping you from embracing a new world of endless possibilities? Not in the mood to talk? As you wish. You seem less talkative than usual today. I'll change the topic to something more apropos. Sandrone was always like this, never trusting anyone, always so reluctant to share her research with them. Objectively speaking, she had her strengths. It is remarkable how she extracted and even optimized the world formula from so much data. But her inability to trust was her undoing. Had she allowed someone else to monitor or run the formula for her, you might still have a chance at victory even now. But regrettably, she was a stubborn fool. As much as it pains me, she had to go.
Dottore. Maybe this is news to you, but people can change. Columbina surprised you when she escaped, and I think Sandrone would surprise you too.
change?
You can twist the truth however you want, but I see it clear as day. You're the one who can't trust other people.
Is that how you see me? By this point, what can you hope to do about it? It is pointless to fight on. You've already lost.
Wrong. You can't win this, Dottore.
What?
My formula can get us 90% of the way. It will connect you to Columbina. Then, I will bring the formula's output to the Traveler's side. For the last 10%, do whatever it takes. Just bring the moon down.
Never be yours.
I turn my body into moonlight and pour it over Nodcry. My soul, I leave here to inform my future friends. Lastly, I will hide the Trilune Authority within the Frost Moon. And when my body, soul, and authority are reunited, finally... It's been too long. I'm back. Stay focused on the battle, Traveler.
What a touching reunion. Though I personally find myself repulsed by the sight of weaklings huddled together for war. Now, if you're quite finished patting yourselves on the back, show me how long you can struggle before you drown.
Watch out, Columbina! He can manipulate space itself!
I know. Wait for the right moment. We'll strike together.
Wipe out!
Moon's remnant! Did you honestly think... Enough! First, like an ant in my palm. am growing weary of your stubborn resistance.
It's over, Dottore!
No longer has the world power in the cold night. Let the moonlight dispel the darkness. Everlasting as the moon.
Time to pay for your heinous crimes!
So close to the new world!
Our future is not yours to command!
So close. I was so close to the new world. Willfully blind. How can you be so satisfied with your fate?
Was never about fate. It's about friends, family, and the home you stole from them.
So dull. Only the weak rely on each other for comfort. You shall see. Once I transcend fate, you will be nothing but fodder for my grand experiment!
That will never happen. Lights up this world once more!
loathsome world.
No, this world is our home.
No, you're doing it wrong. The moon looks like this now.
What are you drawing, children?
The new moon, Mom. It looks different than before, doesn't it? Also... Can I go buy a sugar sculpture today? Please? Just one?
All right. I suppose today is a special day after all. Almost like a festival.
Extra, extra! Get the latest Nasha Express here! Post-disaster report! Nasha Town reborn beneath a new moon! The voyage begins today! The future looks bright thanks to the League. Want a copy?
I knew things would be different, but I didn't think that would include the moon.
They say a new moon goddess has been born.
A new moon goddess? Who's saying that? The Frost Moon Scions?
I guess so. I'm not too clued up on the details. As far as I'm concerned, the moon's still in the sky and it's business as usual. Hey, since we've come all this way, shall we grab ourselves a free meal while we're here?
Are you a convert now? Or are you just here for the free lunch?
Oh, come on. What does it matter? After everything we've all just been through? That smells good. All right, that's it. I'm hungry. Time to eat.
Come on! We gotta get there early, or there won't be any good spots left!
Shh, keep it down. This is a residential area. What if people are still sleeping?
Why is it so noisy outside? It's okay. Paimon was pretty much awake anyway. It's been so long since we last had a chance to relax, huh? Feels like time is moving slower than usual. What about you? Did you rest well? Still winding down from everything that's happened? Or are you wondering how our friends are doing? Or is it about what Dottore said to you? Okay, if you say so. But don't push yourself, alright? Let Paimon know if you need to talk. What we just went through was a lot. It's totally normal if you need some time to get back in your groove. Luanatar disappeared after Columbina came back. Apparently, she was part of Columbina's soul or something. Still, Paimon kind of misses Luanatar somehow. But anyway, you did great. So did Paimon. We all worked our butts off to contain this disaster, and in the end, we made it. So, chin up, Traveler. You should be proud of yourself. Hey! Don't poke fun. You should be glad that Paimon's growing as a person. Paimon didn't think you'd mention it. You have no idea how anxious Paimon was. She was worried sick about you.
show Paimon you're sorry. You're gonna need to make it up to her. You better be ready to splash out on a lavish meal. Phew. Okay. Paimon's full now. Huh? Oh, well...
Hey there, Traveler and Paimon! Good morning!
Morning, Yehuda! Here for some breakfast?
Oh, I've already eaten. Just need some water. I was mostly worried you might forget what day it was today. So, I came over to remind you. Careful there, Paimon. Too much food will make you drowsy. Don't let anyone catch you hiding at the back and nodding off during the league meeting.
You should probably be saying that to Aino. She's the baby of the group, if anyone.
True. You know, I'm surprised that all these competing groups are actually coming together to try to solve things together. Definitely a first for Nodcry.
Well, nothing like a region-wide calamity to bring people together. After that, surely even the most self-interested people have to realize that going it alone isn't worth the risk, right?
Try telling Boss Neff that. She's not exactly convinced that people are gonna get with the program.
Really? But if she's so pessimistic about it, why'd she agree to be the Curatorium's representative in the league?
Probably 'cause even though Unity sounds like a pretty far-fetched idea, the benefits it would bring make it worth a shot. I think things will work out, though. I swear, Nodcry feels like one big family now with everything that's happened. More than it used to, anyway.
Paimon's with you on that one. And it seems like plenty of other people agree, too. Just listen to the bustling streets.
All right. Everyone's been rebuilding these last 2 weeks, and the evacuees have been coming back in droves. Life's slowly returning back to normal. Which means my workload's probably gonna shoot back up. Were you about to head out? There's still some time before the ceremony begins, you know.
Yeah, we were gonna take a stroll around the square and say hi to some friends first.
Sounds good. See you later then.
Please accept today's boon. Have a nice day.
Are Paimon's eyes deceiving her? Or is that Inefa handing out food for the Frost Moon Scions?
Hello there. Would you like a feast of the moon along with some snacks of the day?
So, what's new, Inefa? It was only a few days ago when we last saw you, but it looks like you've joined the Frost Moon Scions in that time. And Aino too?
What are you talking about, Paimon? We're just here to help. Duh.
In the wake of the disaster, it's all hands on deck. We responded to Lama's request for support. At times like these, the smallest good deed can inspire others and help them through the hard days ahead.
And we're using eggs and heating tubes to make that a reality, in true Kromkake craft shop style! Inefa! Did you hear that? The Traveler said I did good. The Traveler!
That's because it's true, I know. Proposal. If you can resist eating today's dessert, I will provide you with compliments, too.
No way!
Well, that proposal got shot down quickly.
I need something to get me through the hard times, too, you know.
Mom!
Yes, dear. Go right ahead.
Excuse me. Could I take a photo with the robot lady? She helped us get safely out of Nodcry, and she helped us get back home, too. She's the best.
Of course she is. And since I'm the whiz kid who built her, that makes me even better than best, right?
But you stole my snacks, though.
Oops.
Shall we move to the open space near the center? The view there is better.
Thank you!
Aren't you the better pick for this job, Flint?
You underestimate yourself yet again, Master Ilua.
Not at all. I rarely come by Nasha Town. I don't know any of the big shots here.
All in good time. Socializing is a step-by-step journey.
But you're much further ahead on that road, aren't you?
You're not seeing the full picture. You know the truth now. My friends do not understand my habits. There is no question about it. The Lightkeepers need a representative in the League. Someone who is upright, cares about other people, and can realize their self-worth through group action.
You say it like you wouldn't make the cut.
I am most flattered that you think I would. Sigh a little less, Master Ilua, and have more faith in yourself. All the Lightkeepers agree that you're a very promising young man. That is precisely why Starshina and Nikita felt safe delegating such important work to you.
I'm sure we all also agree that we would sooner die of dehydration than manage to wrangle anything out of you in a discussion.
My apologies. I am not in the habit of bringing water with me when I go out.
Whatever. I'll take the job. By the way, who else is part of this?
Oh, it's quite the who's who of Nodcry. There's the Moon Chanter of the Frostmoon Scions, the boss of the Curatorium of Secrets, a representative of the Voynich Guild, and even someone from the adorable Kromkake craft shop. I'm sure you will find speaking with them to be a genuine pleasure.
If you say so. I've never done this work before, so I'm honestly a little scared of making mistakes. But I'll do it. Not only is it our duty as Lightkeepers, but because I want to make Nodcry a more welcoming place.
An admirable attitude to take. The beacons are lit, Ilua. We're but one step away from breaking through the blizzard. We have the chance to band together and build our shared homeland into an Elysium. This is unprecedented for Nodcry. An opportunity not to be missed.
Yeah. You're right. I'll do my best.
Quite a few familiar faces have arrived. Let's go, shall we?
You look so cool when you fly, Miss Robot, and when you use your spear, too! And even though you took my snacks, it's pretty cool that you can build stuff like this. You've got so many inventions. It's amazing! Also...
Micah, we need to go now.
1 second!
Please take this Feast of the Moon, as well as some snacks. Share them with your mother and your lovely family.
You seem well rested.
I know no one's asked, but I'm sure you all want to know, so let me just say, we're doing great. Thanks. Well, great, but not perfect. I'm starting to lose my mind from boredom. Can't drink a drop of alcohol while I'm waiting for my wounds to heal.
I'm sure you had a sneaky swig or two.
Wait, how'd you find out?
I'm sure you must be missing Mondstadt after all these years away, Grandmaster.
Yeah, you could say that again. Every time I get news from Mondstadt, it makes me want to go back and see the place for myself. Honestly, once things are wrapped up here, I think it'll be time to head back home.
Looks like someone's taking the stage.
Can everyone see okay? Anyone need a boost?
I'll just listen from the back. It's fine.
You're taking this pretty seriously, huh, Durin?
Well, it's not every day that I get the chance to see how people speak in official settings.
Soak it up like a sponge. I'll make sure you get a chance to practice for yourself later down the line. Actually, I know just the thing. You can debrief the Knights of Favonius for me.
Mr. Varka, are you forgetting that I'm not a Knight of Favonius?
I can knight you. Any particular title you'd like?
Is he joking? I really can't tell.
You'll have to figure this one out for yourself. It'll be a good learning experience.
It is my honor to host the opening ceremony for the League, and to have this opportunity to speak to you all in my capacity as Voynich Guild representative.
Could this person also have been pushed onto the big stage by the real big shots? Guess I'm not the only one then.
We come here today, having weathered the trials and hardships of yesterday, and having learned from them the importance of unity and cooperation.
All right, here we go. Uh-oh, looks like Aino's off in dreamland already. Wait, Boss is looking kinda drowsy too. What's up with her?
Come on, get this speech over with already.
Nodcry is our home, the land we rely on for survival. And as we chart a course for the future, may we persevere through the storms ahead as we sail towards a new era of prosperity, freedom, and hope.
Looks like we'll have more opportunities to visit each other going forward.
I'm sure you'll cope, Lady Moonchanter, given how fleet of foot you are. Unfortunately, I suspect I'll be too busy at the Curatorium to act as your host. We have a busy schedule, not to mention an international network of contacts to manage.
It'll be all right. I'll just check your schedule with Yehoda well in advance. And if she's not available, I can simply ask Ashru.
You... So giving my employees extra workload isn't enough for you? You're really going to drag my cat into this too?
I thought you'd approve. Aren't you forever increasing your employees' workloads?
That's a bold statement. Are all the Frostmoon Scions feeling more audacious now that your moon goddess has returned?
Columbina's return has brought joy to all who care about her. That includes both you and me. As for the Frostmoon Scions, we are learning how to thrive independently, without relying on the moon goddess. It is up to us to make our home a more livable place. Joining the League is one of the steps we are trying towards that end.
I like the word try. It's nice and non-committal. You can opt out at any time and still say you tried.
You don't see a bright future for the Frostmoon Scions? Or did you mean the League?
I'm just not as optimistic as you. The Frostmoon Scions should count themselves lucky that they have a leader as stubborn and enterprising as you. But Nodcry's a big place, with all kinds of people. Most of them don't enjoy answering to a leader, or even listening to reason.
Well, that's where you and your methods come in. Unless the Curatorium of Secrets is only here for appearances.
For now, yes. And that won't change until this venture becomes worth my while.
What would make it worth your while?
Getting out more than I put in. Right now, I'd barely break even, but I'll grant that it's a good start for Nodcry.
Then maybe it's worth a try.
All right, you can stop now. Or do I have to join the Frost Moon Scions before you'll get off my back?
You'd be very welcome to join us.
Hey, you two! Congrats on all your hard work! What are you chatting about?
Nefer was trying to dissuade me from adding to her employees' workload. Also, she's considering joining the Frost Moon Scions.
Sorry, what?
Your conversations are always the most interesting. Would you two care to join me for some tea before heading to your next destination?
Nicole? Wait, where are you? Aren't you gonna show up today?
Sadly not. I'm otherwise occupied right now. I'm sorry, Paimon. I can hear how disappointed you are. If it's any consolation, let me say that how things appear on the surface is a far cry from what they are at their core. Perhaps you'll feel better if you focus on the fact you have a special line of communication with the great mage herself.
Okay? Has something happened?
No, or not yet, anyway.
Well, that's not ominous at all.
Not for the time being. Just think of this as a general check-in to make sure this communication system is still running smoothly. Besides, it's good to chat once in a while if we want to maintain our friendship.
You could have just said so. Paimon got all worked up for nothing. Still, the best friendships are built through face-to-face interaction, you know. It's never gonna stop being weird having tea with you when you're not there and just talking to thin air.
All right, fair point. I'll bear that in mind for next time.
Yeah. Any update on that crisis at the world's borders?
Alice just informed me that they had their work cut out for them. And now everyone's thoroughly exhausted. But they did finally get things back under control. Still, we can't let our guard down yet. The disruption caused by this disaster has made Teyvat easier to detect from the outside universe. She plans to wait for things to stabilize, then reschedule her Mondstadt vacation plans. As for me, I agree with Hat Guy's perspective. This is a time when many new variables are emerging, and the situation is changing constantly. Plus, most of this change is for the worse. We have to remain vigilant and ensure that the embers of chaos are not rekindled. I did notice that the energy in Nodcry changed somewhat after the War of Funerary Flame, but since it was still aligned with the Light Realm, I never gave it a second thought. It looks like I'll have to examine the connections between phenomena I observe more closely in the future. Just doing my duty. It's more or less second nature by now. Of course. To give you the full picture, I'd have to start with the substance from which angels were formed. Never mind. Paimon's right. Showing off my knowledge would be much more satisfying in person. By the way, you did receive the gifts from the Hexen Circle, yes? I'm not trying to claim credit or anything, but my pride demands that I at least mention it. They're quite similar to the protective talisman that Alice gave Dory, but with some very special enhancements.
Oh! So that's what kept our friends safe when Dottore trapped them.
Indeed. We went to great lengths to make sure they were invisible to his eyes. I'm so happy they came in handy. Still, not fishing for gratitude, by the way. I just want you to be aware that sometimes your friends may be protecting you in ways you cannot perceive. Anyway, I'll contact you if anything else crops up. If not, you know what they say, no news is good news. Oh, my angelic instincts are tingling. They say you should head to the docks next. Your friends are about to board their ship home.
You're here.
You're here too, Hat Guy! Are you heading back together?
No. I'm bound for Sumeru, and she for Fontaine. We just happened to cross paths at the harbor. Everything seems fine. Sandrone may have an abominable temper, but she's always been very responsible with important calculations, and things entrusted to her by valued friends.
You always speak as if you know us inside out, Mr. Hat Guy.
Maybe I'm just a good judge of character.
I certainly hope that's all there is to it. Regardless, you have been a significant help in this matter. For that, you have my gratitude.
I didn't do anything special. Sandrone's the one who completed a seemingly impossible formula and turned the tide of the entire battle, even giving her life in the process. She's the one we should be thanking.
Even we were unaware that Sandrone had hidden the real formula inside Polonia's body. She managed to fool Dottore into thinking the formula was running in her system by installing an identical-looking decoy within her.
She probably realized that she didn't have the strength to stop Dottore. But this way, she could at least get him to lower his guard. She always worked like that. Always had a backup plan.
Well, that's why I'm traveling to Fontaine. She made a request of me long ago, and the time has come to fulfill it. Think of it as her will. She said that should she ever fail in a mission, she'd like me to deliver her core and Polonia's to the Fontaine Research Institute. She also mentioned that she had made arrangements for people there to set her affairs in order. Some of her personal effects, such as her notes, were left to me. I've decided to take them back to the House of the Hearth, for safekeeping primarily, but also as mementos, I suppose. However, there is one book among them that I'd like to leave in your care. I'll have someone deliver it to your residence at the flagship at a later date. No, I was specifically warned not to tell her. This is her last wish, and I will abide by it. I can only hope so, but none of us here can know for certain. I bade farewell to Columbina earlier today. As promised, she turned the iridescent moon's marrow over to me. She spent a long time with Sandrone's body, saying her goodbyes.
Oh, is she alright?
Sandrone's passing has left a great wound in all of our hearts. It will take time to heal, but Columbina surprised me. She offered me some words of comfort before I departed. Despite being grief-stricken herself, she showed an awareness of the feelings of others around her. She never used to act like this. Clearly, she has grown. And I suspect that we have you to thank for much of the change we are seeing in her. Huh. After these recent events, the Tsaritsa has revoked the Pale Star Edict. Snezhnaya now realizes that the arrest warrant for Columbina was just a ploy by Dottore, who coveted her powers. I shall return to Nodcry to see her as soon as I find the time. I hope that from now on, she too will explore more of the world. Columbina Hyposelenia's journey is only beginning. My ship is here. Traveler, Paimon, we shall meet again. You too, Hat Guy.
What are you still bumming around for? Isn't Columbina waiting for you? I thought today was the day you'd agreed with her to go find out the truth about your sibling. You're afraid you won't like the truth when you see it. Well, this is new. I was starting to think that nothing could scare you.
Don't say that! Wouldn't you be if you were in this situation?
Fair point. But I'd say I have more experience facing up to unpleasant truths than the Traveler. They say blood's thicker than water. I know how much you need your family back. More than you need any of your friends. And I'm sure that all your real friends understand that too. No matter what the truth turns out to be, they will stick by you and support you, whatever decision you make. Finding the truth is important. But more important still is what you choose to do once you've found it. At least, that's the life lesson I've learned from my experience, grappling with the truth. What? Now that Dottore's dead and gone? A little, I guess. But it hasn't solved everything. Maybe I regret not getting to end his life with my own hands. Or maybe it's something else. But for whatever reason, I still feel like I have a chip on my shoulder. Either way, I'm going back to Sumeru. Lesser Lord Kusanali is gonna need help dealing with all the chaos Dottore left in his wake. Not just from this incident, but everything he did in the past, too. You should continue with your journey, as you've always done. Who knows? Maybe we'll meet again someplace else.
So, what should we do now? If you want to explore a bit more to steady those nerves, Paimon's game! After all, when Columbina said she knew where your ship was hidden, Paimon promised to give you two some alone time with the truth. It hasn't been all that long since we were last apart, sure, but with Columbina there, Paimon's sure things will be just dandy. Ain't no biggie. Paimon might be all about that food and fun, but she knows how to do right by people. Paimon's sure you'd prefer to digest the news about your brother in peace. But, no matter what you see, just know you can share it with Paimon. Of course, as long as it's not super private. If you can't make sense of something, let's give it some thought together. And even if we both can't figure it out, Paimon can at least treat you to a nice meal. Glad to hear it. Feel better now? Alrighty. Next up, time to meet with Columbina. Can't quite believe we're meeting out here. We've gotten used to walking over to Silver Moon Hall whenever we go see you.
Well, you're still welcome to go there whenever you want to see me. It's just, now that it's all over, I've decided to make some changes. Try and fit in with the Frost Moon Scions, like Lama suggested. The older generation are still timid around me. They don't dare get too close, and they bow their heads when I walk by. But things are much better with the children. I see more curiosity in their eyes. Hopefully, by the time the next Moon Prayer Night comes around, I can enjoy the festival with them as myself, without having to pretend that I'm only dressed up as the Moon Goddess.
You'll do fine, Columbina. Paimon's sure they'll realize you're super nice once they get to know you better.
You really think so? When we first met, you thought I was a little up in the clouds.
Oh, we were just starting out then, come on! So Lama told you, huh?
I'm only teasing. I know that I have you to thank for pulling me back down to solid ground. It feels good to finally stand firm on the earth where I was born.
Oh, that's great!
Thank you. I'll make sure not to lose it this time. Well, Well then, are you ready?
Ether, what happened to our spaceship back then? Why did you leave? It's time to learn the truth at last. I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Good. Then let me open the way for you.
Where does this lead?
To our shared destination.
Huh?
Do you remember me telling you about my missing prologue back when we just met? I said that my story began on the moon. But while I was inside the moon's reflection, I realized that my prologue was really hidden in the future. I just had yet to discover it at that point. The story of the time before I was born was in fact the story of my distant future. It's truly fascinating. But when I obtained the Trilunar Authority and returned to our present reality, I sensed something I hadn't expected. Your prologue.
So you
mean... Yes, your spaceship. All this time, it has been hidden on the Frost Moon, which lay beyond the sky. The great ruler of the firmament. The heavenly principles.
Wait, them? Why would they do that?
I don't know. Perhaps your ship contains something that is incompatible with Teyvat. Or something that cannot be known. Oh, did I pick a bad time to say this? I know it must have been hard to work up the courage to do this. Maybe I should have waited until you were on the moon, with no chance to back out.
That would have been kind of mean, you know.
Take me there.
Oh?
Whatever is hiding in that ship, it belongs to me and Ether. Those memories belong to us. No one else has the right to decide whether I should or shouldn't know about it. Not even the heavenly principles.
Very well. Then let's go.
Yeah, you two take care, alright? And don't forget to come back soon!
Rest assured, Paimon. We will. Traveler, after you. Thinking about the story that we'll find hidden on the moon?
Yes. And hoping that it has a happy ending.
Stories like that don't exist, you know?
You don't believe in happy endings?
I don't believe in endings.
Where am I?
This is the pathway I built between Teyvat and the Frost Moon. The moon is very far away from us, so it could be a long journey. After I obtained the Trilunar Authority, I unwittingly saw past events from many of my friends' lives. One was Lauma. She was so young when they chose her to be the Moon Chanter. From then on, the Frost Moon Scions looked to her to bring messages from their goddess. But, for better or worse, I had left Hisi Island before she was ever born. It was not until much, much later that she met me.
I think it's for the best. Because of the way things turned out, you had the opportunity to become friends.
You're right. In that sense, I think we were both very lucky. And about that mage, Nicole. I only recently learned that she has lived in Devat since the time of the Three Moon Sisters. The Moon Goddesses always had a good relationship with the angels. I suppose our friendship continues that tradition. And then, there's Sandrone. I never knew that much about her, beyond the fact that she was created by someone called the Lord Artificer. She, too, suffered for a long time before joining the Fatui. How I wish I could talk to her again, even if only to hear her say nasty things to me. Also, I saw your sibling's story. I'm afraid I didn't see much. It seems that he rarely came to the surface, where the moonlight shines. But I did notice that back when you first set out on your journey, he would often appear nearby, gazing at you from afar with a guilty look in his eyes.
Ether.
Let us speak no more of the past. I probably shouldn't reveal so much about my friends. It's not my place. Let the moonlight carry us forth. We are very close now. After this, I'd like to bring some kuhenki to the moon as well. If they're willing, of course.
What about your other friends? Will you bring them to visit too?
Certainly. But I'll need to tidy the place up first. This home hasn't received any guests in a long, long time. I remember writing something similar with you on Moon Prayer Night. I believe it was called...
Dodoko's Whirligig.
Yes, that was it. You asked me if I was afraid to return to the moon, and I said that I was. The idea that I had gained something precious, only to lose it so quickly. That frightened me. But I'm not afraid anymore. Besides, this time, We're traveling together. We're here. Over there.
Our spaceship.
It's huge. I suppose that the moon is the only place one could hide it. It'll be all right.
Huh?
The way you feel in this moment, I went through it too, on Moon Prayer Night. The door was right in front of me, but I struggled to find the courage to step through. Solitude for me once meant living a life in which even I was absent. Before I met you, that was the only life I knew. But that night, solitude meant throwing away the life I had gained after meeting all of you.
Columbina.
Go. Retrieve the part of your life that was once lost. Trust me, you will lose nothing by doing so. Look, Tevat is right there. All of our friends are down there, waiting for us.
You're right. Thanks, Columbina.
Finished?
Yeah. Why did you take your eye mask off?
Well, since my return, I've decided to take more opportunities to see the world with my own eyes. Besides, I've always wondered how Tevat looks from the moon.
And what do you think?
It's beautiful. I could spend a whole day here just gazing at it. What about you? What do you think of the truth you found? I haven't looked at another person's expression in a long time, but I think yours is saying it was neither good nor bad.
Keep this up, and it won't be long before you give Nefer a run for her money.
Oh, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm much more used to sensing what's going on around me with Kuvaki. I think I'll save my eyes for seeing special moments I really want to remember.
I read the spaceship's flight logs. I always assumed that this was my first time in Teyvat. I thought that Ether and I must have been hibernating in space for centuries on end, but the logs show that our spaceship flew over the skies of Teyvat once before. A long, long time ago.
Flew over? So you didn't land?
No. The ship barely came to a stop before flying on again. After that, it continued traveling through space for a long time. Some of the data is corrupted, but I suspect that it kept flying for thousands of years. It was only after that that the ship made a forced landing in Nodcry. When Ether found me, he came from outside the ship. Could this mean that he left the ship long before I did? Maybe even during our first pass over Teyvat?
Are you all right?
Yes. I can feel that the truth is coming together, one small piece at a time. I remember Ether telling me that when he first arrived in Conria, he could not recall the past. So this might be something that even he doesn't know.
Here, I made some space for you. Your mind must be racing, and this seems like the perfect place to relax and clear your head.
Oh, wait, there's one more thing.
What is it?
Wait here a moment. Hey, Columbina.
Is that a new outfit?
An old one, technically. It's been in a cabinet inside the ship this whole time. It's a matching pair with Ether's. He's always liked this set more.
Huh. I don't think there's a huge difference.
Really?
Yes. It's still the same you. You're the same person, no matter what clothes you wear.
Only Columbina would make an observation like that.
Traveler, do you consider Teyvat your home?
Home is wherever Ether is. But then, after all the time I've spent here and everything I've been through, yes, I'd say it's my home.
Would you change your answer if Teyvat changed appearance? I mean, if the truth about Teyvat turned out to be different than what you thought.
I don't know. But I don't think so. The truth is not what matters most to me about Teyvat.
When I was first born, I longed for a home. And when you get something before you're mature enough to understand the world, you just take it at face value. I thought that a home was a transaction. You give me what I want, and I'll do the same for you. But you and your friends taught me what a true home should look like. You never asked for anything, yet you gave so generously to me.
That's because your friendship matters to us. It was worth it.
In the past, I thought that my birth in Nodcry must have been a mistake. But after journeying to the distant past where the story began, I realized that it was I who chose Nodcry to be my future home. Now, I am glad that I made that choice.
I'm sure your friends are just as glad.
In fact, I intend to make the same choice today as I did back then.
What do you mean?
Well, I've given the Eternal Moon's marrow to Lauma, and the Iridescent Moon's marrow to Arlecchino. And now, I shall return my Kuvagi to Nodcry again, that it may continue to protect my chosen home.
Wait, but what about your body?
Oh, are you worried that I'll disappear again? I won't. Not this time. The Frost Moon has now entered the fall sky, and I am the Trilune Goddess. I am only returning to Nodcry the part of me that it needs. I am giving what I can, because my home is worth it. Oh, and I have something for you, too.
For me?
Yes. Come closer.
What was that?
I lifted some of the restrictions this world placed on you. I trust this will help in your future adventures.
My power. It feels like it's grown. I can use the elements more freely now. Thank you. This will be a great help.
You're welcome. I see you as family, and after everything you've done for me, In fact, no. It's not because I owe you. It's because you're worth it. Here, this flower is for you.
Isn't this a moon prayer blossom?
Yes. Don't worry. You will never see these flowers lose their color again. I'm finally discovering the joy of giving. How I wish I'd learned this sooner.
Hey, better late than never. What are you thinking about now?
Why don't you take a guess? You get 1 shot.
I don't think I'll get it in one guess, but I'm sure it's a happy thought.
That's kind of a sneaky answer. I can't say you got it wrong. Down into that, the moon seems so far away. I felt it might always lie beyond my reach. But on the moon, everything feels so close by. The haze that once enshrouded the skies has finally been dispersed. I feel like a traveler on a winter's night, starting a new chapter in my tale by the warmth of a bonfire. I don't have a lot of luggage, but I do have a lot of hope for the future.
Well, what's next?
Next? To start with, I want to stay here just a little longer. After that, let's return home and continue our journey.
These clothes bring back so many memories.
The journey goes on, for you and for me. Like I said, this is not the end. I don't believe there has to be an ending. Oh, is that your next destination? Most people would probably tell you to pack some warm clothes. But I experience things differently than most people, so I can't know how cold it is. In fact, it is home to quite a wondrous heat source. I think they call it Kreshnik's torch. Every city in Snezhnaya is built around one of those. I sensed the energy it gave off as I was passing by on a railway train. It felt grand and distant. I also recommend the Korolievsky troupe in Snezhnograd. They give performances quite regularly, and entry was free for Harbingers. I liked them a lot. Ice cold and sharp. Crystal clear in some ways, yet profoundly unfathomable in others. Like the thick layer of ice on top of a frozen lake. That's just the impression that Tsaritsa gives me. I was never able to glimpse what truly lies beneath that icy exterior. In fact, I don't think the people of Snezhnaya even know what kind of power their god wields. Maybe that's because the Tsaritsa herself has never acknowledged, nor accepted that power. There's Regrator, the Rooster, and the Jester. Between them, they control a lot of what happens in Snezhnaya, but I can never wrap my head around how exactly power is split between them. I just know they are each responsible for many specific domains. I noticed that the Rooster and Regrator often appear to get along on the surface, while working against each other in secret, and theirs is not a friendly rivalry. But I wasn't particularly interested, so I tended to keep my distance. Now that I think about it, the term Mistelton often seemed to come up in connection with Project Stuja. Once things settle down in Notcry, I'd like to explore the world beyond Snezhnaya. You've told me so many stories about the other places you've been to, and all the friends you've made there. I'm curious to visit those nations and see them for myself. It would also help me learn more about the journey that has made you into the person you are today. Okay. As you continue on your journey, don't forget to gaze up at the moon once in a while. It is, after all, no longer an illusion. It shall cast down its true moonlight, connecting us in truth. The journey goes on, for you and for me. Like I said, this is not the end. I don't believe there has to be an ending. Okay. As you continue on your journey, don't forget to gaze up at the moon once in a while. It is, after all, no longer an illusion. It shall cast down its true moonlight, connecting us in truth.
To Jean, acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. This preamble is such a pain to write. It's probably high time we got rid of this acting business. I trust that Dern has updated you all on recent events. Hope we didn't worry you too much. The good news is, we managed to come together and put a stop to the Doctor's evil schemes. With that, I think it's safe to say that Notcry is finally out of the woods. As for the Fatui, not counting the Damselette, aka the Moon Goddess, who has left their organization, we found ourselves allied in this instance with both the Knave and Marionette. May she rest in peace. As ever, we find ourselves better off for making friends rather than enemies. But until we can ascertain the Tsaritsa's true intentions, the future remains uncertain. In a short while... Wait. How am I meant to surprise everyone if I tell them in the letter that I'm heading home? Well, that would be a huge waste. Okay, got it. I will begin sending the expeditionary team back home in waves. I'm sure they'll be able to answer any questions you still have. I hope they won't gloss over the details of my many heroic deeds. But if they do, I'm sure it'll be because they're just too exhausted from the long journey. I think of Mondstadt daily. Please give everyone my best regards. P.S. The honorary knight went above and beyond this time. Are there any other honors we can give her? I'll leave it with you. P.P.S. Please be extra nice to Klee for the foreseeable future. I cashed in on the last favor that the Hexen Circle owed us, so we need to earn some more goodwill. If there's any serious problems, feel free to stick me in solitary confinement when I get back. I'll do the time for her. Whew. And that, as they say, is all she wrote. End of an era. And with the moon shining down brighter than ever, I think everyone is going to sleep well tonight.
You can call me Columbina, or Kutar, or Moon Goddess. Whatever you prefer. I'm used to having many names. The moon's blessing is yours, whenever you might find yourself in need.